Hey guys, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
And Seth from theshrinkingpastor.com.
Together, the three of us are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club. One of these days we should just coordinate. And we didn't use the clapper either, so I don't even know what episode this is.
It's episode 20!
Hey,
congratulations.
Welcome to episode 20. Welcome to episode 20.
Thank you, you too.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
Actually. Episode 20 on top of all the tobacco advent.
Which means really this is 45 plus the outside of stuff that we've shot. So,
man, that is amazing. Time absolutely flies. I think, you know what, let's get our pipes loaded up, and then we should talk about a little bit about Google Analytics, the analytics of our channel, and some of the stuff that we've learned just sort of paying attention here this last week. We hadn't been paying attention.
So we're going to open up the HH Old Dark Fired, the hot press pipe tobacco that we got from the
Tobacco Pass.
Tobacco Pass. And we had to pry it open because somebody dropped it and the thing got all sorts of out of whack. It's a pretty
when did that happen?
Pretty box.
Postman?
Couple of
Post
probably.
office needs to be more careful. This is a pressed flake, and so this
this
we
off.
will use the patented Aristocob pinch, poke, and twist method.
Tweak and I don't know. I forget.
Piece Odette.
I forget the method. Let me call Mom.
My method is I fold it a few times and I poke it into the bowl. And usually I struggle to keep it lit initially, but once it gets going, there's no stopping it. It smokes very much then like a good cigar.
Yeah.
Once we get her going.
Speaking of
right off the back, the smell out of the tin. It's got that that ketchupy Worcestershire smell, but it is a Baren tobacco.
Well, one of the things I looked it up because we weren't sure if it was English or aromatic. But what they said is even though it doesn't have any Latakia, and it doesn't have any of the tobacco that normally would qualify as English, because of the method they use, Baren does call it an English tobacco. So I imagine part of the process is going to make it, is what gives it that ketchupy scent.
In that process, it usually begins by compressing, steaming, and then applying a couple layers of ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
Not true.
Speaking of ketchup,
it's catsup.
Speaking of ketchup, I went through and looked at our old videos. Mm-hmm. I was kind of archiving some information from them and watched our very first video.
How awkward was that?
It was no less awkward than this here, but it's amazing. That was in November, and it's amazing how I've lost some weight. It's visible. I was
mostly in the hair region,
mostly in the face. I have grown some hair here because that first video was at the very beginning of No Shave or Movember. I was growing a mustache, so those first few videos were non-attractive. We both
Markwood men. We always look better when we put stuff all over our faces.
Yeah, that's true.
Let stuff grow.
I'm gonna do them. All right, so you've got something you want to share?
I'm dealing. It's spring now. I'm dealing with reaction to pollen, and I am not allergic. Though in North Carolina, there is a tremendous amount of pollen in the air, and I think because it's nothing I grew up with, right? I didn't grow up with pollen from the pine trees here, the pear trees, some sort of ornamental pear that they grow in every yard in this area.
We call them the stinky fish trees.
Oh, they reek, and they put out just tons of pollen. But there are some days where you'll go out and you can turn your windshield wiper on, and if you happen to squirt a little windshield washer juice as well as wiping with the wipers, you'll end up with a paste that's yellow and sticky from the pine trees. It's nasty. So I am sneezing like crazy. Well, the other day, it was still cool, and I'm wearing my jacket as I am today, and I needed to sneeze. I didn't have a Kleenex or paper towel or anything with me, and so I thought, All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the method that we're being told we should all do now. I'll sneeze into my elbow. I just can't get comfortable with this. And I understand the idea that if you sneeze into your hand, you then need to go wash your hand.
The problem I have with the elbow sneezing is I can't.
It's hard to get to your elbow.
My arms are too long. I can't get into the elbow. So I always feel awkward doing it that way.
Well, it's uncomfortable. It's unnatural.
Sometimes I'll sneeze into my shoulder.
It's unnatural for folks of my age, my vintage, because it's new. It's something that only recently was invented. All right, so I sneeze into my elbow. Oh, guys. I had to wash my jacket. It was disgusting. I will never, ever, ever, if I have a cold or if I have, if my nose is running, I will never sneeze into my elbow again. If it's a midsummer sneeze because there's some dust in the air or something like that, maybe I'll try it again.
But if it's wet,
a productive sneeze, not a good thing to sneeze into your elbow. So it's great. I don't have anything on my hands which I could conceal or even wipe in my pocket. No, I have snot all over my jacket at that point.
Which you could take off.
It was cold.
Well,
I didn't want to take off my jacket.
But Mythbusters say that it's the safest way to prevent spread of stuff.
You can watch that on YouTube. Their episode where they put stuff in their mouths. They put
colored like food coloring,
like paint or something.
Yeah.
And they used the three methods: sneezing into your hand, sneezing into a
kerchief,
a handkerchief, and then sneezing into your elbow. And then they measured how far out in the room the little splatters of paint made it,
and how far the spread was.
But I have to call foul on that, because here's how they did the Kleenex. And this is just an old torn up T-shirt. They went like that. That's how they covered themselves. That's not how you use a handkerchief. No, you fold it over a couple times, and then it is a barrier between your hands.
Right?
You're not just sneezing into the Kleenex. So you watch them do that, and they're doing,
Yeah, it's pulled to the face.
Like
However,
BS.
What they no, because what they show is the paint makes it through the Kleenex.
The single layer. The single layer that's not backed up by their hand.
And then they fold it up, and they put that in a pocket, and the paint is all in the pocket, all over their hands after that. It actually had the furthest spread of mouth paint because it got all over everything.
What's causing
it didn't go far.
What's
like
causing
when you
me to sneeze is not a virus. It's not a cold. It's not a contagion. It is. I may have made that word up. It's pollen, and so getting it in my pocket or something like that
on your hands
is. I immediately wash my hands if I can.
Every time.
Now, right now, I'm not.
Okay, so
you would rather me sneeze? I'll sneeze into your elbow.
Well,
how would that make you feel?
What I'm saying? No, it's your sneeze, your elbow. But what I'm saying is, for being such a sometimes germaphobe,
I am.
Imagine other people having that on their hands. Wouldn't you rather other people sneeze into their elbow?
I'm very, very careful. I do. I like.
He won't touch the handle on a bathroom. The men's room, he won't open the door barehanded.
I will stand, if there's only hand dryers, I will stand in the bathroom until someone else comes out, or try to
make me do it.
Cover my hand with my coat, because I've been in way too many bathrooms where way too many people did not wash their hands. So I know that handle is pretty nasty. I like the bathrooms that have the little toe. Mm-hmm. Toe knob you can grab with the tip of your toe.
Or some of them have the arm.
Or that you just push the door out.
Well, but
right?
have you seen the ones with the arm?
Yeah, you put your arm up behind it.
Forearm?
Yeah, that's not so comfortable. At any rate, I'm curious
but
about
it probably
the
doesn't
rest
have
of you.
pee on it.
So do me a favor. Leave a comment and put your age and how you cover your face when your nose, your mouth when you sneeze. Or do you? There's a lot of farmers, out on their tractors out in the field. They don't cover nothing. They just let it fly.
I mean, I don't know that it's. I understand what you are saying about it being an age thing because it's something that is new, but I don't know how big of a role that plays.
No,
granted, it's more
curious,
comfortable.
I'm curious if people who are my age
have made the
or
transition.
older have made the transition. Is it possible to do? I mean, and does it make sense?
The people your age are all using YouTube and the internet, which didn't exist while they were growing up, and Instagram and things, which are only a few years old. And most of you have managed to transition pretty well. So I don't think it's a far stretch to think maybe they changed the way they sneeze.
I don't agree that it is a preferred method. So there's that.
Preferred, define preferred.
Preferred as in more effective at not spreading disease. I just don't believe it. I'm not buying it. So there you go. But during this season, I try to keep in my pocket Kleenexes, or if I'm out at a place that I can get some paper napkins, I'll put some in my pocket and be good to go with that.
See, I'm the opposite. I believe it's preferred, but I don't usually do it because it's awkward.
So there's where we stand. So what else do we want to talk about? In Google Analytics, we've been taking a look here recently about which of our videos get watched, and at what point do you guys jump off the videos? And it's understandable. These, our videos are not short. And the way we view that is, well, it would be like watching his channel and then watching my channel. You don't have to skip around to watch these two videos. Right?
Well, and one of the things that I came to as I was watching those videos and looking through some others in the community is, with one or two exceptions, I think what we're doing here is fairly unique, because within the pipe community, I couldn't think of very many people that do a show.
Just a show
where it's a weekly
club meeting.
But it's a weekly episodic video. We don't have the luxury of being together all the time and shooting kind of just whatever is happening right now sort of videos. We have, because of our schedules, have to schedule the time to film, and because of that, we have a weekly time. 7:30 Wednesday morning is when our video is going to post. And so that's a bit of a unique situation that we've gotten ourselves into. And so, given that our format is a little bit different, I don't mind that it's a little bit longer.
So I hinted last week, I said, hey, like our videos. Leave a comment. And it actually does help in your rankings. It helps where you show up in a Google search, not going to YouTube, but if you're on Google and you're searching a particular topic, the comments are taken into account. How many comments are there? How many times a video has been liked? If the video has been shared, those of you who are using Google Plus and commenting within Google Plus, that actually counts towards the popularity of your video.
Yeah.
And by the way, thank you guys who do, in fact, share our videos. That's pretty awesome. I don't know that I would say I was surprised by this, but it was neat to see that we have 1.9% of our audience is made up of women.
Which is actually a lot higher than it was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It's gone up. It was like 0.2%.
So, ladies, welcome. We're glad to have you here as honorary members of the Markwood Men's Breakfast Club. We'll have to make a special shirt for the honorary members.
And yeah, let's do that.
Ladies, please comment. Let us know you're out there. You don't have to mention your age. We know about that.
But do tell us your sneezing preference.
All right, so as is normal, I'm having to hit this flake with my lighter a little bit more than normal.
I like the flake.
But I like it. It's good.
So as for the analytics, it's always interesting to see the trends in the videos and trends in subscribing. And
how long do people watch a video?
Depends on the video.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting to see that about your videos, and then would be interesting to know about other people's videos. The other thing is time of day to post.
Watch this. I will immediately increase the number of views in this video. Watch this. So I purchased a knife on Amazon, and this was from the manufacturer who, Alex, Tactical X-Rays, he sent us those knives in that Yabo we opened a couple weeks back. And I liked the knives and went looking on Amazon and saw this one that to me just spoke to me. Lock back. It's pretty blade. It's small and
locks. I like
small
the back.
and light enough for me to put in my pocket. Here's where you unlock it right there. And it's got a place where you could put a lanyard. It's got a belt clip or money clip. I don't know what you would consider that belt clip. Probably more pocket clip. I like it. And this, with free shipping directly from China, was something like $10.50.
A good $10 knife.
Yeah. Which, the world needs a good $2 knife.
10?
No, I want a $2 knife. But in the meantime, $10 knife will do. Oh. Anyway, I like this knife, and we'll put a link to it and mention the brand in the description. All right, but I mention that because when we put something about a knife in the title or somewhere, it boosts our viewership. So, again, it's sort of cross interest.
By about 60%.
Amazing. Cross interest there. And it's something worth considering if what we're after here is to get more folks watching and interacting. And, we want you to join us here at the Breakfast Club. And so
also
we're not against using gimmicks, is what I'm saying.
And for the more of the kind of day-to-day interaction, if you have an Instagram account, look us up on there as well. His username is Aristocob. Mine is Seth Markwood. And that's where we can kind of interact more on a real-time, real-world basis.
I really enjoy Instagram.
Yeah.
I really do. Facebook is all right. I don't like Twitter because I just can't truncate what I want to say in such a short thing. And I wouldn't want to follow me on Twitter. But
I'm just about every day I think about removing my Facebook account because there's just so much. I get frustrated because there's just so much stuff that either it's just argumentative for the sake of being argumentative.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, or I don't know, just completely irrelevant. And I like it as a platform to share family things and pictures and things, but 98% of it is just garbage, just junk. Might as well be on Reddit, which is only like 80% junk and garbage.
I will say, if you follow me on Facebook, you can go and be my friend on Facebook at Scott E. Markwood, but I don't really do anything there. I log in and immediately switch over to the Aristocob page. So everything I post, every comment I respond to is at the Aristocob page. So you can get there through facebook.com/Aristocob and like me. Like the channel. And I kind of use that almost like it's an easy blog for me to put stuff. I share a lot of things. I'll stumble across a deal, like a deal on cigars recently from Cigars International. A deal on SD cards, some really good SD cards and a great deal. I posted that over there. That's not something I'm going to put on Instagram. Yeah. That's not something that's timely enough or long standing enough to put on a YouTube video. Yeah. So for me, that's where I'm doing. I'm using it as a blog. So cool. Anyway, hey, seriously, of course there's something that strokes the ego when you see that our viewership is rising. That's fun. It's actually cooler to see a video itself getting a lot of views or shares, and especially comments, because for this to be a club with you involved, we need you involved. Yeah. So
we love all the comments.
Yeah, and we usually both will respond differently. Yeah. He responds normally as Markwood Men's Breakfast Club. I respond as Aristocob. Yeah. And so you'll often see both of those comments below someone else's comments. That's because we're logged in differently.
Yeah. Also, at the time of recording, we have 399 subscribers. So
399 or 299?
399.
Seriously, 400 people?
Well, almost. And so thank you to all 399 of you and any additional that may be subscribed by the point of this release. That's
cool.
That's really cool. We appreciate it and appreciate you guys watching and participating.
Yep. So, all right, we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching and make it a great day.
Have a good week.